Gemini, welcome to your quadruple retrograde reading for around the 15th until the 22nd or 23rd of July. We have Saturn, Neptune and Pluto in retrograde, and Mercury will be joining them tomorrow. And this reading is going to be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. We will talk about the retrograde energies as we go through the reading, because I'm not sure it will come up. Let's welcome in high frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings and spirit guides, and of course our high selves to assist with this reading today. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have the star first of all. Really nice. You're feeling hopeful and optimistic here, Gemini, and I feel like you're kind of bringing all the elements. You're creating. You have your greater awareness now of, your place in the cosmic, with regard actually to being a cosmic human. Excuse me. Okay, this is so weird today. I still have this cough, and every now and then I've just got a splutter, so apologies. I think you're feeling confident and, feeling in, positive, optimistic mood states at the moment. Maybe you've been doing some healing. Maybe you're coming out the other side of that, Gemini. Or it's saying that you are going to be successful with some healing that you're going to go through, probably as a result of these retrograde energies. Right, that's just too many. Right, normally I'm not sure why I'm shuffling there, but anyhow, we'll just cut the deck here and... wow, transformation and rebirth, yeah. I think this is what you're going through, Gemini, as a rebirth, as we are all going to be releasing things throughout these retrograde energies. Pluto in particular is like this planet of transformation, okay? Neptune, our higher consciousness and intuition, is going to be more apparent to us, and we're going to experience upgrades in that area, and also DNA upgrades, consciousness expansion, all the rest of it. Six of Swords, something recent. We'll talk about these more in a moment. The Eight of Swords. So yeah, that could be something that you've been healing. You've been working on your Eight of Swords there, any limiting beliefs that you have, or it could even be energies around you that are not conducive to you moving forward. And here we have the Tower, which could be representing an insight. And certainly, we do have some beautiful high frequencies coming in from the Sirians, Arcturians, Pleiadians, Andromedans, and many others helping us at this time. We have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Major Arcana again, and the Sun, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. So this is pretty major here for you, Gemini. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. The World, fantastic. That almost flipped actually during the shuffle. I'm going to pull 3 more for spirit guidance here. 2, 3, 6 major arcana. Not only that, you have the beautiful Nine of Pentacles come out in your guidance, which is sort of encouraging you to stay focused as much as you can, Gemini, to focus on what's important for you, on things that you value, okay? And also focus on creating that balance between your attention, your energy out and your energy in, okay? You're focusing on others and focusing on yourself, balancing both of those things. Okay, too many. Yes, the good old Death has been appearing in these readings, so these energies are definitely going to be transformative for us. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. So you could well be working on a legacy, working on your abundance. This is also the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life symbol here, which is kind of cool. Well, actually, it's not quite the Tree of Life. Oh, yes, it is. It's kind of, yeah. Anywho, It's more or less the tree of life. So maybe, you know, growth and working towards your abundance is something that this retrograde is going to help you with. Not just material abundance, but general abundance of, you know, emotional, spiritual, mental, intellectual, and creative abundance. And here you have the Page of Swords as well, just up here for your guidance, and Three of Wands underneath. Okay, I'm just going to look at these energies and get back to you in a moment. Okay, Gemini, I just had another quick look here at your reading. So I feel like there may be some things that are sort of holding you back, despite the fact that you have really, I think this is at the center of your reading, is the star, is that you have healed a lot and you've come into a greater awareness of, I think, your soul itself, your soul energy and what you're here to bring. And I think you're kind of feeling ready to share this as well with others. With regard to this, what's coming in for that is some insight here. I think you're going to get an insight or, you know, a download or an inspiration of sorts, and it's going to really help you to move into this equilibrium. So it's a more balanced giving and receiving. It could be that, you know, maybe you've been giving out a lot but not receiving. So I think this is going to be a nice balance for you there. Let's because it's a transformation, given that you have the death card under here, and a rebirth. So something is going to shift and change for you during these retrograde energies. Okay. Now Pluto, Neptune and Saturn are sort of retrograde for, you know, a month or 2 or 3 months even. Mercury is just 3 or 4 weeks. So we're going to be feeling the effects of these retrogrades for a few months, I think. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. Thanks, Spirit. So I feel like, yeah, and there's a movement as well. There may be, I mean, you may be thinking about relocating, but it's not necessarily, that Six of Swords is not necessarily a relocation physically. It might be a refocusing of your attention. It might be a choice that you make to move towards more harmonious things in your life, more harmonious forms of communication, more harmonious types of information. You know, maybe this is about being selective with your use of technology. That could be one. That's one thing that's just dropped in there. And I mean, also, I often look at the Eight of Swords and think that, you know, while we might have some limiting self-beliefs, these swords can also represent other energies around us that are not harmonious, that are not, you know, conducive to us feeling free and feeling higher frequency. So that could be kind of linking in there with your choices as to what you focus your attention on. And yes, here we have, you know, the guidance. Spirit saying, be discerning with what you focus your attention on, Gemini. Because you're mutable air and you can get sort of taken in different directions. But it's almost for you to kind of set an intent on what you want to focus on. And here you are sort of being confident with that, like work out what your sword of truth is. So you could almost just visualize like a sword here, like your sword of truth, and almost what words or what things would you inscribe on that sword that represent your personal truth, and to kind of keep focusing on those things. That might even be a little art activity, you know. You might even like to get a piece of wood and make it into a sword and just sort of carve some things in there. So, you know, it could be your sword of truth, because I feel like you're sifting through a lot of ideas and there's a lot of air around you that you are sorting through, okay? But the good thing is, you know, you have this. You kind of know what your soul is about, I think, the essence. But it's just a matter, Gemini, especially with these energies that are going to happen, is to remind you to refocus, pull it back to what you are, you know, what has meaning for you and what you want to do moving forward. Sorry, Eight of Swords. Yes, we're waiting. We've just sort of been talking about it. Okay, Spirit, let's just have one for Eight of Swords for Gemini. Okay, there we go. Oh, beautiful. Yes. Oh, we have 3. Excuse me for a moment. Okay, sorry, just had to cough. So to clarify the Eight of Swords, these cards are kind of really on point. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so that's about you really consolidating, reflecting on what's important for you and what isn't, okay, and what's conducive to growth. This person here is actually energy healing through their hands. So maybe healing is something important. Given the stars at the center of your reading, maybe you're thinking about engaging in some sort of healing practice for yourself, or you're going to learn about or develop that. Or maybe you've already been doing it and you've been getting some success here. So maybe you are a healer of sorts, Gemini. Here you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you are mastering this, whatever it is. Okay, you're mastering your abilities and probably your ability to focus. And here's the beautiful Queen of Swords. She is very focused. So I'm pretty much, I can be pretty confident in saying I don't think you're standing in swords with your, with your binds on and all that sort of thing. But you could definitely do what the Queen of Swords is doing here, even if you feel like this. This is your sword of truth here, just going out in nature and just really meditating and also paying attention to your heart space and just also aligning with what's true for you, what's true for your heart, and what helps you to feel alive, what brings you closer to spirit, and what sort of activates you as well. And this is almost like applying your conscious focused attention, which is what this is how this person's acquired this beautiful life here, the Nine of Pentacles, by careful focus and focused efforts and actions and focusing the emotions and the thoughts and everything. So the Queen of Swords could be a really great guiding image there for you, Gemini, okay? If you're feeling like limited or you're feeling like there's energies around you that are not helping you, etc., to really just remember you have an inner Queen of Swords that you can activate. And there might be little rituals or places that you go in order to do that. Maybe you need to put on a certain type of music. Maybe you need to go out in your garden or go to a forest or something, whatever that is, or walking on the beach. Or looking at certain pictures, yeah. So let's clarify that Tower. And yeah, so we got around to the Six of Pentacles, didn't we? So let's talk about the King of Pentacles. So this is about some energies around you that are, I guess, I could be talking about material wealth. But it could just be that you have spirit guides that are really encouraging you to really develop this mindset of abundance and also to stay grounded, which is what you're doing with your star energy there as well. The Hierophant is also an earth energy, very, grounded, but also connected to spirit. Okay. And I feel like these are the two energies, Gemini, that you're going to be kind of, even in your points and times of focus here, it might be that you simply in the meditation that you focus on your awareness being with spirit or with source and also with the earth simultaneously, and that those two energies come together in your heart. That might be a meditation that you can do, because you are here, you are the conduit between spirit and matter. Okay, you're bringing down those energies and manifesting them. And here we have the beautiful sun, really positive, joyous, source connection, inner child activation, and innocence and purity. And I have a feeling, you have 3 naked images in your reading. I'm not saying you have to be naked, right? I'm just saying this idea of purity and cleansing could be something that you want to be looking at during this time as well. This is about freedom and responsibility and having a nice balance of that. I feel like you may have even acquired some degree of that. So talking about freedom and responsibility, and I feel that this is the 2 overall energies of this reading. Okay, one of them is that I think this is like almost this, at the start of these retrograde portals, and also the Lion's Gate on the 8th of the 8th, it's like you're sort of poised to step. There's a bit of a pause. You're going to sort of step into even more so a nice balance of freedom and responsibility here. It's like being on the threshold of stepping into something new. And I think many of us are going to be sensing and feeling this. And yeah, let's clarify the Tower now. The other thing too, I was just going to pop in, is that the Queen of Swords is actually Gemini, mutable air, okay? So that's a nice image you might want to keep in mind as you go through these retrograde energies. And of course, if any other meanings come up for you with the images on these cards, you know, please listen to your own intuition. Let's, so Spirit, we just need one for the Tower. Some guidance for that. It might be a coming down to earth. It might be a realization. It might be an idea about what you can do to, you know, move into this harmonious mind state and how you're going to stay balanced. Focused and balanced as well. And here we have the Eight of Swords. We've just doubled up. So this could be, yeah, it's going to be a realization about the Eight of Swords energy. So it's going to be like, well, could well be this idea that you are feeling, that you feel limited. I think you're going to have an insight as to perhaps the actual truth of the matter. That, and sometimes this card can be talking about, to a greater extent, the limitation is more active than we think. So what I mean by that is we are more stuck than we're not as stuck as we think we are, right? So it's sort of saying that you have there will be an insight that will come in that will help you with this. It will help you to feel unstuck. It will help you to feel not so limited. And it may even be to do with, you know, boundaries. Maybe you're going to just create some boundaries. And not only that, it's going to help you to feel more joy, okay? And maybe there's going to be some people that you align with that will help you to release from this energy as well. And here we have the Empress. Beautiful abundance. So, you know, it could be, you know, as we expand our consciousness and open to the unlimited possibilities, all sorts of ideas and downloads are going to drop in, particularly with regard to our things that we feel have been holding us back. And it's usually a case of we are our own worst enemy, although sometimes, you know, even if energies around us we feel that are not kind of encouraging us, is that a reason to not back ourselves and do what we need to do? It can feel harder because it feels like we're pushing against things. But I think what's going to come in for you here, Gemini, is a realization that there's going to be something that you're going to be able to do that will really help you to basically push through that resistance and just do whatever the effort is that you want to do, okay? Well, let's clarify the King of Pentacles. I'm just going to grab a card for the center now because I want to have time to get you an oracle card here. And because you have the Star and the Sun here, this is going to be like a light activation for you, these energies coming through. So I'm going to grab you that way of light activation. And for the center of the reading, we have the Knight of Cups. So yes, love. This is self-love, okay? A love for others, and also others' love coming towards you from others, okay? Giving and receiving love. The love from your spirit guides. There's a whole lot of love coming in. Okay, and this is part of, you know, our unconditional love of self means that we can then back ourselves to do whatever it is that we need to do, because we end up, well, we cease judging ourselves, okay, for wanting to do a particular thing. And it means then we are loving ourselves unconditionally. We're saying, well, we're allowing ourselves to do what our heart is calling us to do, okay? And to move in the direction of soul alignment for our own highest good and for the highest good of all. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Four of Wands. Yes. Very celebratory, positive, upbeat, high frequency, high vibe energies that, you know, and this could be also a suggestion for you, Gemini, to, these people look like they're dancing. So maybe, you know, to go camping or dancing or put some music on that you really like. That looks like a tambourine. I actually have a tambourine that I use, which is an interesting point. Sometimes I come in and I use that to kind of clear the air, to clear the energy. So maybe music might be a thing that you might like to try with regard to clearing energies around you. That will then enable you to feel a little bit more like, that you can take a few deep breaths and go, well, yes, I am going to do what I need to do. You know, if that resonates, there may be some other strategies that you like to use. This is the gateway of light activation. Excuse me. I allow myself only one cough per reading, and the rest I've got to hit the pause. So sorry about this. Yeah, definitely transformation coming in for you, Gemini. Higher frequency times ahead. You have lots of yellow in your reading, and yeah, lots of light bodies as well. So let's see. Karmic board clearing, yes. And this is what this energy can be. It can be stuff from past lives too. Okay, it can be karma. It can be stuff that we've been carrying from past lives. Energetic clearing. Ta-da! Rewrite your story and live your truth. Yes, sirree. And yes, madame. Okay, let's read this from the book. I'll just pause and find it first. Okay, boom. We open straight to the page. Right, here we go. The karmic board is a congregation of spiritual beings dedicated to implementing the law of cause and effect. They have the capacity to help us overcome any karmic blockages that are affecting us. We can call on them to bring healing into our energy field, and to clear away any patterns that are standing in the way of our experience of love and the expression of our life purpose. Karmic blockages are often misunderstood. Many people think that a blockage is punishment for their bad choices or wrongful behavior, but it's not. Source is always on our side. It wants us to have a positive experience here on Earth, but it also honors our choices and experiences, and sometimes these result in karmic blockages. It's important to know that many of these blockages were actually created by innocent choices. For example, continually letting someone's bad behavior or mistreatment of us slide because we really wanted to see the good in them, or choosing not to let love in because there was a part of us that was scared of the unknown. There's a little suggestion here to connect. Imagine yourself surrounded by golden light and say, thank you, karmic board, for clearing all blockages, debts, unfinished patterns, experiences, psychic pain, or any other barriers that could be standing in the way of my experience of love. And sometimes, you know, this talks about those blockages, okay, or the barriers. Your message. If you are being overwhelmed by a traumatic memory or a painful event, know it's because this old energy is no longer serving you and that your spirit is calling for it to be released. This card comes to you at a time when you are ready to surrender old ways of being and old stories. Know that receiving this message means your energetic self has been taken to the karmic board during sleep or meditation, so that your light body can be cleared of all karmic blockages and stories. All fears, phobias, challenges with partners and relationships and feelings of being misunderstood are being released now. You are ready to move forward. Yes, you are, Gemini. You have the sun, the end of your reading. This is what's coming in for you after you've cleared all that stuff. You know, freedom, joy, happiness, you know, and also, you know, being an intermediary between spirit and matter here. So, you know, I hope that's been helpful for you, Gemini. I look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, great week, and I'll see you again soon.